Alright, so my last video got taken down because of copyright issues. So we will be having no music today. Just me. Sorry to tell ya. So, yeah. Let's just get into it. I'm really actually procrastinating. I'm supposed to be starting to be more active on this app called DECOY. And I was like, let me do a YouTube video instead. So what are we talking about today? 9 of Swords in the reverse. So maybe somebody here has been having sleepless nights and extremely anxious and overthinking something. Stressed out, worried. We have the 2 of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. They might be worried about some choice that they have to make and like where they need to be putting their energy into. I don't know if this is a work decision or just in regards to their stability, whether that be finances or building or working with somebody. But it's like they're really worried about everything that they have been putting into what it is they're trying to accomplish, like those seeds not producing. And then basically them losing everything. So they're stuck at a crossroads. They can go in one direction or they can go in another direction. Either way, it may require to leave some option behind. So I feel like it's like eggs in a basket, trying to decide or see where they should be putting their efforts and energy into what is going to yield some kind of produce, if you will. And also feeling like if they make the wrong decision, they could just lose everything. I'm not sure what this is in regards to yet, but maybe we'll see. The Empress reversed. The 10 of Pentacles. And the Justice card. We have the 8 of Wands and the Fool card. So with the Justice card being with the Empress in reverse, I feel like one of these options or decisions is they have somebody who they consider to be their person, who they may be like on the outs with. Yeah, just for the simple fact that they're feeling like they have 2 choices or directions they can go. It makes me feel like there's this Empress figure and there's this other person. Possibly a karmic, possibly. But I'm not sure if he's feeling like he's worried about which direction to go because he's already done messed up with this Empress in the past. Their connection is now all funky. It's funky enough to where there's something he feels like he needs to make right in the situation or something that needs to be righted. So maybe he's worried that if he takes this offer to this Empress in reverse, it's not going to be accepted. There's going to be a harsh judgment, and the effort that he put into that direction to him might get wasted because it's like if he makes this choice and he goes towards the Empress and he's rejected, then he might lose this other connection too altogether simply for making that choice. And it's like he could go towards this other connection, which I feel like may not be as deep as the one that he feels with the Empress. Like, it could be just like mainly a sexual, you keep me company kind of connection, but I can deal with you type thing. Whereas this other person, they kind of idealize. I feel like this is generally somebody who's nurturing and caring towards them, and somebody who's like all on her shit, who really doesn't need him, but the time that he was around, it's like she wanted him to be around. But I feel like there's been some kind of betrayal or something that needs to be made right in this situation, probably regarding on this person maybe spending time in the other person's home. Either way, this guy is torn because he wants one thing and is content, not really content, but is resigned to settling for the other thing, but doesn't really want to lose this connection, but doesn't want to lose the other connection going for this connection. Okay, and then the Eight of Wands with the Fool card. I feel like somebody's anticipating or wants to bring in some kind of communication or a message about like having a fresh start. This might be the person who's having to make the decision. Maybe they're anticipating bringing in some communication and offering some kind of like apology or peace treaty or something. Like, can we just, forget all of this stuff that happened in the past and like have a fresh start? Let's just do it. We have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, the King of Wands, and then the Three of Swords. So I'm thinking I see this as one of two ways. This King of Wands here, this is who we're talking about. This person having to make this decision. It's like they know that if they don't try to do something or try to take some kind of action, it's going to leave them in heartbreak and loss. Like, if I don't do anything at all, I'm definitely going to lose this Empress. But I'm also just feeling in general how this person might be anxious or hesitant towards making the movement because they're afraid of the backlash or getting rejected. Like, they might think that you might react less than nicely to them if they try to communicate with you about this, and thus leaving themselves heartbroken and in a feeling of loss either way. So I feel like that's where a lot of this energy comes in. This person is feeling like no matter what they do, there's a certain amount of risk here, and it's a high stakes game. Page of Swords in the reverse. Somebody is watching intently, keeping an eye on somebody in the situation. I feel like it's the King of Wands, who is the one who is stalking and watching. They're probably, even though they're not in connection with this Empress figure, they're probably keeping an eye on her social media or seeing what's going on in her life, either through mutual people or in some cases driving past the house. But it's like this person's keeping an eye on a situation, Not only that, but the other person who the King of Wands is in connection with, the other option in which they can go, they may also be keeping an eye on this King of Wands. We have the Tower moment. I'm not sure what the Tower moment is, but I'm kind of feeling like maybe the other person might catch the King of Wands keeping an eye on you, the Empress. And it's going to cause a Tower moment. Maybe some kind of argument or explosion. Because with the Seven of Swords, somebody's being sneaky and tricky. I feel like maybe it's something like walking up behind him whenever he's on his cell phone and like checking her page or something. Because it's like this guy, he's doing something sneaky that he knows he's not supposed to be doing. And so it's like he's looking behind himself, watching his back as he's doing it. But somebody here is keeping a real close eye on the situation. Maybe she's watching him, watching you, and this brings some kind of Tower moment. She might end up like kicking him out of her house. We had the Page of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, so maybe some kind of argument ensues and whatever securities she was willing to offer, any and all help is withdrawn. Maybe this person is like out, or no love is being shown, whatever. Okay, the Two of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Star card in the reverse. Yeah, with the King of Swords, I feel like this guy knows juggling both situations. He's going to end up losing either way, and definitely losing who or whatever it is that he considers to be the star. Something that there's a lot of hope and wishes built into. A connection that is actually healing. With the Temperance in the reverse, I feel like this person feels like they're running out of time. It's like they got to make a decision. With the Magician in the reverse, someone might be willing to do that, even if they have to manipulate other people involved or manipulate a situation. They may be hiding something. They may actually use spell work. Let's clarify this Magician card. It's the spell work and what's going on. Clarify the Magician. Okay. So we have the Four of Pentacles. Someone greedily and selfishly holding on to something, not willing to let go of it. And it looks like also they have this karmic looking figure with her little devil horn there. This temptress, the seductress. They've got her at his back. She's got her claws on him. But there's still this connection that he's not willing to let go of. And I feel like that's the Empress. With the clock there, it's like tick-tock. I feel like he knows that he's running out of some kind of time. Either before he loses his chance with the Empress, or before he loses this connection with this karmic and has neither. We have the Queen of Cups. So, where is it earlier? Anyway, the Queen of Cups is, like I was saying, describing the Empress as earlier, someone who is loving, caring, nurturing, motherly, highly intuitive, emotional, expressive. I feel like that's describing this thing that he's holding on to. And it's like these two people come from two different worlds, and he wants this one to have nothing to do with touching this one. Like, I feel like with that devil horn, maybe this karmic is into some stuff that concerns or worries this masculine, that it might end up affecting his empress if he doesn't get a hold or a grip on things. You have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. And the Eight of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so someone had been really focused on messing up the connection with the Empress. I feel like even cried tears over it, whether they kept it to themselves or not. I feel like maybe both people cried tears over it, but neither of them knew it because they were in this disconnection. But I feel like we have the Moon showing up in these two cards, and the Queen of Cups, who I said is highly intuitive. I feel like this masculine may be listening to their intuition about how whatever happened to create this loss within this connection and kind of broke each other's hearts. I feel like it's like whatever happened, their intuition is telling them that they need to get past this mental block. We clarified the Magician with this. I'm going to see what else we got here, because somebody else... I can't think when she's doing that. I keep telling them I have misophonia, but still, no consideration. No respect. Ooh, bless me. Okay, now also look here too at this karmic. Look how she has that black dot on the middle of her forehead. Almost like a third eye thing. So I wonder if this karmic also too is not highly intuitive. And I'm wondering if they're like, I don't want to say business partners or whatever, but he has one boot on and has lost the other one. It makes me feel like, you know, you got one foot in one bed and one in the other, or one out, whatever. But it makes me feel like they're lying in bed together on something, like in cahoots, like working together on something. He's in bed with her on something, some kind of project, something that, I don't know, maybe he probably should keep quiet. But I also feel like, too, that's how she's able to manipulate him. He's got to protect himself, and also he wants to keep his Empress protected. But anyhow, the question was on the Magician card in the reverse. Okay, so now that makes sense. Okay, so maybe this masculine has manipulated you. Maybe they've manipulated you into thinking, into like, they broke your, like, maybe they broke your heart on purpose to make you think that they didn't want your connection, but it was to protect you ultimately. Because, I mean, they do see you in this positive light, and as their person, yeah, they broke your heart, but you were both crying over it. Why would he cry over something that he wanted? He didn't want that to happen. But it was like he felt like he was making the right choice. I feel like these readings are so boring without music. I am mad at YouTube for that. That was bogus. Okay, they become difficult and attempt to manipulate you so that you give in to them. Energy vampire. They will suck the life out of you when they're around. That kind of reminds me of the karmic on that one card. Okay, this one is in the reverse though. There's a secret friend, secret meetings or chats. It's in its early stages. Nothing has been crossed. So this being in the reverse tells me that it is not a secret. Like, maybe it should be a secret or it's supposed to, but somebody is keeping an eye on things. And whenever they can sense or see that you're moving towards, and I'm talking to the masculine here, I'm pretty sure. Whenever this karmic can sense or see that you are moving towards this empress, that's whenever they start some bullshit with you. In order to manipulate you, like I was saying, you might be in cahoots or in bed on something, and they might bring that up. They might have some blackmail on you. There's a secret meeting or secret friends that they're hooking up or chatting with. That makes me wonder too if you got something illegal activities going on. If this person also isn't talking, like they have evidence against you that they could hand over to authorities. Control. In an effort to control your behavior, they lied to you. And so this can go two ways. This can be the karmic lying to the masculine, and this can be the masculine lying to the empress, talking about they don't, have any feelings for them, to try and keep her out of the situation. I want to work with some of these cards that I made, because I do feel like there's some kind of darker energy or some kind of karmic situations that this masculine has got himself involved in, and is also hindering this connection. Like, the way that things have gone south between the two of you in a large part is to what your preconceived notions about what this masculine is up to, and making assumptions because they keep everything in secret because they don't want you to know or find out. Anyway, so what's going on here? Ooh. Cordial. So this masculine may be just trying to keep things nicey with the karmic. They may not want to say or do anything to set her off because it's just easier to play nice. I think that's too much. I'm not going to take all of that. Sorry. If it's supposed to come back out, it'll come back out. Trust me, it's happened. Whoa! I mean, that wasn't those same exact cards. Well, this says no, so maybe I shouldn't keep these either. Ooh. And the next one underneath that is Judas. Gray. Twin flame in reverse. So I don't know if we're dealing here with one of those false flames or if we're talking about an actual twin flame connection, but one of these people is like tainted by, I mean, it is the duality thing. Don't think it's all light, but maybe one of these people is really involved or really touched by some negative, corrupt energies and activities to the point where it exists at once. Trust it. So it's like you might have doubts within this connection because of the choices that this masculine made and who and what they chose to deal with. And maybe you just didn't trust him either because, like, look at all this dark shit you're dealing with. And keeping secrets and stuff. And so maybe you lost trust in this connection. Accident in the reverse. So like I was saying earlier, I feel like the masculine did this on purpose. I feel like it was to throw you off. Third party in the reverse. So I feel like third parties or nah. Like if there's other people involved, such as the karmic or other connections involved, it's like no matter what it looks like, I really feel like this person really only has their intentions and their heart on you, even if like in the physical they're involved with some third parties. Plot in the reverse. Convenience in the reverse. So I feel like it's like a chess game type energy where the person has to think multiple steps ahead and think about what the other side is going to do or capable of doing, and then pre-plan like 2, 3, 4 moves ahead of this person. And it's like, even though it's inconvenient to do that and their thoughts are constantly racing, it's like they're plotting without trying to make it look like they're plotting. You know, I feel like they're really trying to throw somebody off of the connection. It's like they have to come back around. Isn't that what Biden's press lady says? We're gonna circle back around. Something like that. Cheating. So you may consider this masculine as cheating. This masculine may be cheating. Attack, ambush. Maybe that's how this karmic feels. Authority. Maybe she feels like if she catches him cheating, she's gonna fuck somebody up. Because she's like the boss, or that's how she feels. And maybe, because like I said, this masculine is very much also in their darker shadow side energy. So even though you guys are in disconnection, they feel like you're still their person. Like you're theirs. And you need to understand what it is that's going on. Like that they are trying to throw some other people off, and it's not that they don't care for you. It's like it's a big, huge distraction. So you better not fucking cheat on me. Like I'll fuck somebody up. I'm getting a little bit of like mafia type energy. You know, they don't be fucking around. Repeat offense. It happened before. I ain't afraid to go back to jail. Rocks. Serenity. I don't know if I should say this part. Fond in the reverse. Avoidance in the reverse. And accident in the reverse. Yeah, that being said, with what I said with other things, I'm just like not going to read what I feel about that. But you know how to use the rewind button in your brain. And if you don't, then that message wasn't for you. Apparently. So maybe some of these things that this person has hid from you has been for very good reason. And they really, sincerely, physically are trying to protect you by doing all of this. Like, he does not want you to know, especially with that high intuition, or be involved with anything that they're involved with, because it could cost somebody their lives fucking around. Or at least that's what he's worried about. But as a man, he's going to do whatever it takes to protect you. Even if that means breaking your own heart and acting like they don't want to be a part of this situation. So just know that looks can be deceiving. It can be deceiving. A lot of mindfuck energy going on. We have the Justice card here. Someone wanting to rectify a situation and bring things into balance. Correct where things went wrong and bring some truth into the situation. You may have some truth to speak. We have with the Four of Cups in the reverse and the Knight of Wands. With the Four of Cups in the reverse, I always get a feeling with those three that this person has, other options or pathways, connections, people that are in their field, in their vicinity that they could be dealing with. And it's like, I feel like in the past, this person may have rejected you in lieu of these other options. But it's like they're really seeing that this connection with you is something real. And there's nothing different or that stands apart about these other people. But with the Knight of Wands in the reverse, they may not know how to get back towards your connection. And also in the meanwhile, they may still be physically rendezvousing with these birds, if you will, and I mean, I'm not saying that they don't want to do that. Everybody has needs, but I feel like a lot of it also is to keep the trail off of this connection between you that they feel is like genuine and that they have like up on a pedestal. They don't want somebody to know. Okay. Secret. They gotta keep it a secret. Discovery in the reverse. They don't want anybody to find out or to see really what's going on here. We have authentic Maybe this person feels a real connection with you and they feel like you're somebody that they could proceed through their family line with. Like, maybe they want to have the whole thing. Disability and pregnant. Didn't I just say, like, they could see them continuing a family line with you? And with disability here, I feel like they feel like it's possible, or they might feel like they haven't been able, maybe they've tried to get you pregnant and they haven't been able to get you pregnant, or maybe there is another handicap where they've gotten a third-party situation pregnant and they feel like that is also holding back this connection. Ascend in the reverse, so that would be descent, descending, instead of rising, kind of backsliding and going backwards. So like I said, they feel like it could hold this connection back. Rich bitch in the reverse, somebody feeling like they don't have enough funds, maybe in part due to a karmic and a potential baby that they're trying to take care of. Kidnap in the reverse. So kidnapping in the reverse, maybe they're feeling like this situation, if there is another child, like if there's a child, like they don't want anything to do with it. And I don't know if that's them lacking responsibility, or if they are also following their intuition, or they feel like it might not be theirs. Or if it's just because they don't want to have anything to do with that karmic connection. But I hope it's not the lacking responsibility part, because that's shitty. Infiltrate in the reverse. Maybe somebody's worried about a cover being blown. Desire, whenever it comes to their desires. Yeah. I think they're worried about, like, they don't want what they really want to come out, because then it can be used against them or destroyed if the person is really that fucking evil and they're into that kind of dark shit. So, I guess that's all I have. Good luck with all of that. I think the point is just for you to know that if you're disconnected with this person and you cannot get rid of that soul connection feeling, there's a reason why, and there's probably a reason why that you're suffering through confusion, because this person wants you to go through confusion, because they can't let you be blowing the cover. It's probably best, they feel like it's best for right now if you do just feel like heartbroken, because at least it's a genuine feeling. Anyway, good luck with all that. Ta-ta.